Hey guys, I got a 4L60 here. We're going to do a teardown and inspection on it. This came out of a 99 Tahoe. It's four-wheel drive, but I got the two-wheel housing, tail housing on there. 4L60. This is just a couple bolts. Take it off. This is actually a four-wheel drive, and this one has no forward gears at all. Reverse only, no forward at all. So we're going to tear this down and inspect it. You want to get the tail housing off and the bell housing. These take T50, Torx 50. Here's a heavy duty one. Make sure you get the Torx Plus. These splines here are a lot thicker and a lot heavier duty metal than your standard Torx 50. These will strip, break out, and twist. And if they do, you can always drill them out. All 7 came out except this last one here. I had to drill this one out. Then your bell housing will come off, and then the bolt, just get some pliers and it'll come right out. Alright, and then just take everything off on the outside. This is a four-wheel drive output shaft. And this one here, two-wheel drive. Okay. Now, to get that out, it's not just going to come out. It has a snap ring right here, and it's located somewhere in there, in that area, right there. Okay, then you're also going to need spring compressors. I made this one up here myself. You're going to need 2 different sizes. Here's your springs here. You got to compress these to get a snap ring out. The center of these that hold them in. There's 3 springs you got to do. This smaller one will do that, and the larger one will get that one. I ended up ordering this, but it only does the smaller, so I still had to use my larger one on the second 2 springs. Okay, let's see. Driving out your bushings, it's good to get this kit here. This will pull out quite a bit of bushings, and then you may have to just pound the other few out. You can always take and split them with a screwdriver. They have a seam right there where they'll break apart, and then you can pop them out. I only had to do that to 2 of them. I've already done one previously. This is the second go around on another one. This thing pulls them out pretty good. These jaws here open up and will allow you to grab it, and the slide hammer will pull it out. I've made this table with a hole in it, so I set the transmission down on it, and the shaft will go through that hole. And then you have an input drum. This will help you out a lot, taking it apart and assembling it. You could lay it down on the side and do it, but this makes it real handy. Alright, well, let me set you up on the stand and we'll start disassembling this. Alright, so we want to start by taking the pan off. This was from the other transmission, the first one I did. Didn't have too much material in it. Take the filter off. Alright, so we want to get this valve body off. It's going to take 8mm socket and 10mm. Take off the wiring harness, unplug all the solenoids, pressure switch. This one here has a little clip on it. Get you in there. There's a clip back here holding this one on. There we go. Little tab here. Then we want to pull this out. Got 4 tabs on it. You just press them in, it should pop right out. Okay, just gonna leave that loose for now. It's behind this solenoid until we get the valve body off. Detent roller. Pull the accumulator piston out. Okay, then we have 8mm, 5 of them. the last 10 millimeter. Pressure switch, you want to press down and twist it off. Some O-rings here. You don't want them to pop off, they'll pull out the pressure switches. Okay, and for the last 10 millimeter. And we have parking rod. Unhook that. Pretty dark. This one had some big chunks of metal in the pan, the original pan. There's a bunch in here. Let's see if I can get it for you. Oh. Yeah. That's all. Something exploded in here. That's all hard metal. Yeah. Okay. Pull the valve body off. You're going to have 7 check balls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 7th one here, over time, likes to get stuck in the spacer plate. And this last plate, 3 8mm bolts. See how that check ball's stuck in there? Right here. And you have 2 filters on the back. Ooh, a lot of metal in here. Looks like a lot of torque converter clutch material in there as well. Now we can pull out the TCC solenoid. Two 10mm bolts. This should come out, just twist it a little. And you pull out your whole wiring harness. Okay, then we need to disconnect the parking rod. Pull this accumulator out. Make sure you have plenty of rags when you're doing this. Got a whole bucket of these things. Okay. I believe these are 13 millimeter. Okay, they're all pretty tight. There's one on top, one down here. Gotta pull the parking rod back. Then it will loosen up. Pull that out because you're going to need to pull out the reverse piston in the rear here. You can put this back to hold it out of the way, just one bolt. Okay, let's drain some of this out of here. Plenty of rags to soak it all up. And I forgot to mention the 8th check ball that sits in the case right here next to the accumulator. Okay. Now to remove the pump housing. Yep, those are on pretty tight. Alright, well, before we pull that out, let's pull out our band keeper right here. I may not want to come out right now. Alright. You want to get behind the pump here, and that thing pop this right out. It's on there pretty tight on this one. There it is. Pull the pump out. Set that to the side. Bushing. This goes on the back of the pump or washer. Okay, now to get this drum out, let's see if we can get this keeper out. Locks in the band. Let's see if I can get you better in. There we go. You can see, I can see. Okay. That's what's locking in the band. And you can pull the band out. I don't see any scoring on it. Then the input drum should just come right out. Like so. Reverse input drum, and we just want to take out the snap ring in here. If I can find the right screwdriver, here we go. Snap ring locked in there. The apply plate. Wavy plate is on the bottom. Clutches and stills. Don't look too bad. And this is the spring with the snap ring I was telling you about. We need a tool to compress that, pull it out, get the piston out. Do that later. Alright, and this is where I made that table with a hole so I can put this in there on the table and work on it. If you don't, you can do it on the side, no problem. Another snap ring holding all this in. And there. Pressure plate. got the booster springs. There's 5 of them. And 3/4. These are smoked. Three, 4 clutches and stills. There's a bearing and a washer here on the input drum. Then we have another snap ring. Pressure plate. They seem to be okay. Input sprag. It's one-way sprag. And from what I understand, if you have no drive, which this one did, no forward at all, reverse only, this is supposed to be bad. But it's locking like it's supposed to. All the teeth seem to be good. We'll open it up and check it out. Coast clutches. They're okay. And here's that other spring, the smaller one. And then you have your molded pistons in here. There's a snap ring holding this spring in, and you pull the spring and the pistons out. Would be better for me to do it on the bench, but then I'd have to move the camera. See if I can do it right here for you guys. Just make sure it's positioned right. And you don't want to block the end of the snap ring groove. That way you can get your snap ring pliers in there. There we go. It doesn't take much to compress it. Let's see if I can get you in there. There's a snap ring right in there. We'll snap that out. These ones here might be a little too small. got it most of the way out. Let me grab a pick. Something to grab it with. It's out of its groove. All right. Spring. Then the piston should come right out. Take a pick. They don't seem to be ripped. Got the cage, spring, seems to be okay so far. One last piston down here. Oh, it's full of shit. See all that material? Looks like converter clutch. There's a lot of it in here. Actually, maybe the friction material. Oh. Yeah, it's full of it. Okay, I don't think I showed the seal. There is a seal right here. It fell out during disassembly. And the bearing rides right on top. Alright, back to the case. Get the planetaries out. Gear seems to be okay. Nothing evident yet of all the chunks of metal that I've found. This sits in here. And to get this out, that snap ring on the output shaft, the yellow one, it's right in here. We got to get that one out. These ones aren't too big. should come out. I don't know if it's in there. This one's a fun one to get out. Got it popped off its groove, now I can hook it. Pull it out. Planetary seems to be okay. There's a bearing. Inspect them all, wiggle them side to side. There's a little bit of pitting on there on top of these teeth. Looks like some metal went through there. None of them are broken though. There's a bearing in here, it stays in there. And there's also some washers in here. Yes, washers. Inspect these teeth. None of these teeth are damaged. Well, this rides in. And the sun gear sits in here. And it seems to be okay. Little bit of pitting. Okay, we'll get that output shaft out. You're gonna want to shake it, push everything out. And that's a 4-wheel drive output shaft. Okay, pull this sun shell out. Thought I had it where it wasn't working. Sun shell, you want to look for wear here. There's the washer. And the washer on back. Inspect the teeth, see if they're worn. These like to strip out a lot and break in here. Looks like it's worn. The teeth are halfway worn through. Let's see if I could get you in there. Anyhow, they're halfway worn. you want to upgrade this to a heavier duty sun shell. Otherwise it's going to snap on you or strip out. Okay, now we have another snap ring. Pull this out. Ah, here's our metal. I believe this is the sun gear, and it is tore up. Let's see if, there you go. Eating up every other, what's that, third tooth? Every other tooth? That's where my hard metal's at. I found in the pan. Looked like somebody chewed on it. And this goes into your sun shell. And this is what likes to strip out. There is a little bit of play in there. Shouldn't be too much play in there. We'll have to upgrade that one to a new one. New gear here. Inspect the bearings or bushings. All the bushings seem to be okay. Now this one, you want to twist it and slightly pull to pop it out of its groove, then you can get it out. Or I've seen guys just cut a little notch on the tip of their screwdriver. That way they can hook it. But either way works. And then just grab it and it comes right out. This one's a bear because of this, I don't know if you can see it, but it's an anti-clunk spring and it's holding this in. And it locks up on the side, so it's kind of wedged in there. See if I can hook it. Start getting some of it out. You have to push it over because that spring wants to bind it up. Got to get around this big one first, right here. Then by hooking the other side, you get it out. And this is a one-way clutch as well. Spins this way, locks the other way. This seems to be okay. these out of here. There's that spring. There's that anti-clunk spring that's binding that up. Here's the rear planetary. And yeah, these are all chewed up. Oh, the bearing exploded. There's a bearing that sits in here. This is on the back side. Oh, it snapped. It snapped it. Right there. We didn't have anything. Snap this guy clear off. This is the rear planetary. That's supposed to be attached right there. Snapped it clear off. So this wasn't able to spin the output shaft in the forward direction. And all the parts that there's a bearing that sits in here on top of this. It's not here, I don't know where it's at. This is the only piece of the bearing I found so far. It's supposed to be a one piece. Let's see if I got another. It's supposed to be like this. See this bearing here? They're needle bearings. Oh, this one's exploded too. This was the back side of it. But it's supposed to be, see how that, two pieces. The bearing exploded in there, in the center of this. This bearing's on the back. And that damn near exploded as well. Bunch of needle bearings in there. And again, this snapped clear off. To me, that looks like abuse. We have some suspicions of what the hell happened. And all those teeth, every one of them, broken, chewed up. Look at that. Yep. Ooh, that's a good one. So, this is why we didn't have no forward gears at all. Bearing exploded. See if we can find the rest of it. Rear bearing. The clutches for it. And the stills. Don't look burnt. There's the rest of them. This is also a wavy plate. Seemed to be okay. Here's the rest of the rear planetary assembly. So we'll get this to There we go. Yep, this is eaten up too. This planetary goes together in here like so. This is the one I showed you with the snap. It goes in here. This is eaten up as well. See if I can get you to see. These teeth are all chewed up. There you go. See that? Chewed them all up. Didn't snap the splines here. Those are on, that's actually on the output shaft. Another bearing here. Seems to be okay. Now this does come apart. If you want, if this is in good condition, you wanted to save this, snap ring holds this. This is two pieces, outer and the inner. Take the snap ring out and you can just replace this piece here. Ooh yeah, that's the guy that owned it, loaned it out for about a month, and the guy brought it back to my customer with no forward drive. Forward drive gears, reverse only. And we're pretty sure he was out hot rodding it. Doing whatever. I have to do some research to see what can cause this, because this does not look like normal wear and tear. If anybody's got any ideas, please post it. Let me know. I mean, is it just this bearing that goes in here? Since it exploded, could it cause that? Could be. Who knows? I don't know. I know why that's chewed up. All the metal broke, bearing exploded, chewed up all the teeth. And maybe because of the bearing went in there, locked it up, and then it snapped. That's very possible too. With just the bearings exploding, getting jammed, and these teeth, locks this up and keeps it from spinning. And if it was driving, depending on what speed, the rear wheels, this output shaft is spinning, this locks up and shears it right off. It could be normal wear, or it happened the other way around. This thing, because of abuse, when this snapped, it caused the bearing to explode and go in here. So we'll have to see. Those are only two options, I think. Bearing exploded, caused all this, or this exploded and caused the bearing and everything else. So, other than that, all the other components, this teeth is chewed up, the sun gear, rear planetary, input sprag looks okay, reverse one-way clutch looks okay, or sprag. All the clutches, let's see, the reverse input drum. Ooh, this is nice. It's smooth, no scoring, pitting, scratches. You want to be able to take your fingernail over it, and if you feel anything, it's time to replace. And then check the edges here for damage where the sun shell engages to it. Looks good. Inspect all your bushings. These are all good. So all the clutches looked okay. Just the rear planetary exploded. The front planetary looks a little worn, but nothing was exploded. Little worn. And then you have your reverse piston. That third spring I was telling you about is back there. And that's why we would use this. I would put this rod through the rear and use the larger to pull it in, and I could tighten down this nut to compress it. Okay, so this is through it, and that's why I would want it on the bench upright working on it easier. The downfall of this is this metal was too thin, and once it starts compressing, this likes to spread open and it'll slip right off of there. So you got to be real careful when you're doing this. Yeah, if you can, get the right tool. If you're in a bind, and that tool is like $70 for that one. This, I made this at Home Lowe's for less than 10 bucks. It'll get me by. It's not the best tool in the world. But you have 2 springs out of this size, the larger size. And this is one of them. And this was the second one on your reverse drum, input drum. So you got to get these 2 out with the larger. Okay, let's see. I don't see anything in there. I was looking for the other half of that bearing, because that's only one half. That's only one half of the bearing. See how it's split? And it should have some needle bearings laying all in here with a cover. The cover's gone. The needle bearings are gone. We know where the needle bearings went. They went through the Planetary. Okay. This is what your bearing should look like. It's got an outer cover, inner cover, needle bearings inside. So this would be like this. And this whole outer cover is gone. It's missing. I haven't found it yet. That's a big washer. It looks like where the hell to go? Could that have gotten chewed up along with all the needle bearings? Let's see, I think I got another one laying around. Okay, yeah, I got all the bearings from the last one, the last rebuild. Show you what it looks like. That's the one. Yeah. This is the inner. Okay. There's a few pieces to it. But it's all, I don't know where the rest of it is. So, I was hoping to find the outer piece. That thing got chewed up as well, because I don't feel it laying in there. Maybe it got wedged in. No, it just got chewed up. It got chewed the fuck up. Excuse my language. But, oh yeah, back to the customer. When he originally brought it to me, and still now, he thinks it could have been a sensor. You know, this is my first time. Second time. First training, I already built him, put it in the vehicle, rebuilt it, got a core from the wrecking yard, did that one, and then when I was complete with it, I swapped it out, pulled his out, and then he's thinking that I wasted his damn time and money, thinking, oh, it's probably in limp mode, sensor, something. And he wanted me to tear this apart right away and find out exactly what happened. And I told him something fucking exploded. Beg my pardon. And here we go. That's what happened. when you party naked. That's what happens. You're out partying naked, bam, that's gonna happen. So, he's got his proof it exploded. Hopefully he can go back to the other guy he loaned it to and get some money back. Or we figure out no more wear and tear or abuse. If you guys got any comments, let me know, because any comments is good comments. Bad or good, I don't care. I like it all. Bring it on. Alright? I don't think I need to, well, let's go ahead and give this a shot. I don't really want to touch the camera and move it, so I'll try to do it right here and pull the spring out. And this is my second one, so if I can do it, you guys can do it. First one I tried to film, it's hard to film. Okay, let me just say that. As a mechanic, it's hard to stop, clean yourself off, camera, edit. You just want to get in there and get it done. But if I can do this, you guys can do this. No manual, just tore it apart, watched other guys' videos, and went from there. So the more videos out there, the more we're all going to help each other out. That's my take on it. Everybody's got a secret and a trick, and we got to share them all with each other. The right tool would be really good here. Let me see. So I don't have to make it so damn long. I had to thread this piece. Bear with me here. That way I can show you that it can be done. I'm gonna have to lower it here. Like I said, the critical part is making sure it stays on that spring without slipping. You may have to tweak it and adjust it a little bit. Just make sure you set it up where you can get to the snap ring. Okay. all greasy. Okay, it's not going to take much, so just take it slow. And keep an eye on that so it doesn't slip off. If it slips off, it's going to get wedged in there. Trust me, it's going to be all kinds of problems. Oh, it's pulling it, bending my backing plate, and I had it in the wrong spot, but let's keep going with it. Normally it wouldn't take this long, but my backing plate is bending back there. So I gotta wait for that to stop bending before the spring will actually move. There we go, I can feel some tension now. And it wants to slip. So let me see if I can hurry up. Get the snap ring out. Looks to be free, I think. Hey, gotta get the right size in there. It's almost at its limit before it slips off. And the snap ring isn't very big as far as exposed with the teeth. this around. There's only a little bit of teeth to grab onto on that damn snap ring. I don't remember having this issue. I think these are too big to get a hold of it. It's almost like it's all the way in the snap ring groove, and there's nothing exposed to clamp onto. Alright, give me a minute. Alright guys, well I got it off as is. I had to take a smoke break. Couldn't get these pliers in there at the right angle. There was barely anything showing for me to get the snap ring pliers on there to spread it open and take it off. So what I got was my 45 pick, and I was able to get behind the end of it here and hook it to pull it up and out of its groove. Then it just popped right out. Okay, so there's that. And then haven't done anything. The spring compressor's still in there. We can get it back up here. And we're going to pull this out. Just make sure the spring doesn't get caught in the snap ring groove. Like I said, it does the job. And that's what happened to the back side. That's why it took so long. You should only have to go down a couple threads if you have this in the right spot. I had the back side in the wrong spot. But that's it. And we'll use this one, straighten that back out, and we'll get the other spring out. There's that, and then we have the reverse piston, and in order to get that out, you got to blow air into the keyhole. See if I can show you guys that. You're gonna need, where is it at? Blowgun. And I believe it's this one here. Or this one. There it is. This hole here. Pop it right out. But I saw part of that washer. But yeah, you can see some of that metal got in on the side of it. Thought I saw that washer. Or a piece of it. Anyhow, there's your, yeah, more metal. Doesn't look like this piston got damaged. It's not cracked. And that's it. Everything is out of the barrel of the case. There's some metal in there. We'll have to inspect it, make sure there's no cracks on this case. And that's it. Oh, one thing we didn't get was our servo. Okay, I'll show you the easy way of getting this guy off. Set all this to the side. Okay, you want to just tap this in. Free up your snap ring here. And pop it out. There we go. Come right out. Take your pliers, and you're going to need your pick. Squiggle it out till you see the O-ring here. You want to grab the O-ring and just pull on it. It's not going to break, and the cover will come right out. Okay. Then the rest come right out. Looks okay. There's one. Looks like a lot of torque converter clutch material in there. It's everywhere inside this thing. Alright guys, well, that is the teardown inspection. Symptom was no drive due to a snapped rear planetary. And this is on the output shaft. Alright, and then we'll get another video of putting this thing back together. Alright, thanks guys.